Today for our recipe, we're gonna go pull some stuff out of the garden. As you can see, y'all, this stuff has overgrown and we need to come out here and do some maintenance, right? So from our herbal box here, I'm gonna pull some oregano, some rosemary, and parsley. We're going to be having some skirt steak today, and we're going to go ahead and put together our marinade for this steak so that it could set for a couple of hours. We're going to start with some barbecue sauce. This is some sauce that you may have in your pantry, in your refrigerator, but we just need about a cup of that. Then we have some dry sherry. We're going to put in about 1 to 2 tablespoons of sherry. That's depending on your taste. And then following the sherry, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. Did I say that right? I never do, but you guys know the W sauce. We're going to put some W sauce in there. We're going to put about a tablespoon of that. Then we're going to go ahead and start adding our fresh herbs from the garden. So I'm inspecting this. I've washed it about 2 or 3 times. When I bought it in, I saw there was like a spider. So I was like, oh no, we're not having that. So I washed it again. So as you can see, I'm like over here looking at the leaves. This is the rosemary. I put in the oregano. So we got some oregano, some rosemary, and parsley from the garden. I'm not growing thyme out there, but I will be soon. So we're going to use some dried thyme that we have. But we're going in with some fresh. What is that right there? I believe that was my oregano. Here is my rosemary. We're going to inspect. Y'all, I'm inspecting, you see. We're going to pull off those leaves of all of those herbs, and we're putting the stems. We're just discarding of the stems. And that's my parsley there. And we're going to go ahead and add these fresh herbs. Fresh herbs add so much more of a it gives whatever you're cooking the extra pop because it is fresh. It isn't dried. I mean, using dried seasonings and herbs is okay. It's great. It's basically all we have. But, you know, when you have the option of using something fresh, that's always good. So we added our dried thyme in there, and we added some salt. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir. As you can see, I'm in warp speed there. We added some olive oil. So that's what we're going to have as the oil in our marinade today is just the olive oil. Then I'm going to take that skirt steak, and I'm going to make sure that it's coated. I'm trying to make sure it's coated on both sides, and I'm going to add that second piece. I'm going to make sure that's coated as well. As you can see, I'm pressing and I'm stirring and I'm making sure that, you know, our meat is fully covered. We want to make sure our meat is good, right? You like good meat, right? I like good meat. And we got to take care of our good meat. So we got to make sure that, you know, we have our sauces, our marinades, and everything. So now that is done. We're going to put that in the refrigerator and let it set for a couple of hours. Now for my potato salad, what I do, I learned this from my aunt, was to boil the potatoes first, skin on, wash them, skin on, and we boil the potatoes with the skin on, and then we go in and peel them once they've cooled. I actually prefer this method myself because there are times, y'all, to be honest, I kind of overcook the potatoes when I dice them and slice them first, peel them, slice them and dice them first, and then boil them. So what we're doing here is we're going ahead and we're pulling that skin off of those potatoes because this is dinner for 2. I only did like 4 potatoes. Actually, 2 would have been enough for us, but this is 4 potatoes here, and they're regular white potatoes. They've cooled. I cooked them earlier, cooled. We're not using boiled eggs. Sometimes I would have boiled eggs that would also go into the potato salad, but we're not doing that today. Oh, and I forgot my celery, and I didn't have any celery seed. So this is going to taste a little different for me. But you see I had my onions there. Diced up some onions, put in some mustard, mayonnaise, red pepper, sugar, salt, pepper, paprika. As you can see, though, I like it kind of spicy, so you'll see me adding more pepper, more red pepper. There you go. Give that a little stir. that extra kick to the potato salad is something different, y'all. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dice up my potatoes. So you wanna have these in little cubes, not too small, but about that size, medium-sized cubes, so that they don't get mush for one, but so it's a good balance of not so much of a chunk of potato, but just enough. So we're gonna dice up those 4 potatoes. We're trying to keep all the cubes kind of uniform in a way if we can. And we're gonna put some sauce in them that we made up taste. What do I need? A little bit more salt. That's always the case. Red pepper, y'all. Told y'all that red pepper, paprika. We got to make that pretty with that paprika. Y'all know us folks. We always got to put some paprika on something. So we're going to set that in the refrigerator as well. Then we're going to start sauteing our green beans. So in here, all I have is some diced onions, some garlic, a little bit of chicken base, and a little bit of salt and pepper. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and saute those until they work down to like almost a fry. Because we don't want them soggy and lumpy, and we don't want them, hard as they are, fresh. So we're just going to saute those a little bit. Now, our grill top is now hot. So what we're going to do is pull that steak out of the refrigerator, and we're going to throw it on the grill. But as you notice, when I did marinade, I did not put any salt in the marinade. That's because I wanted to put a little bit of salt on before we cook. My goal is what I'm trying to do is to cook with less salt. So I tried not to use a lot of it now. You have all those over 50 things going on. So I'm trying to keep those at a minimum. And as you can see, I've grilled the steak. I guess you could say it was a nice medium well cooked. I don't like the red. So this was a little pink inside, as you can see. And there's the finished product. Dinner for 2. And I must say, it was really good.